Have you ever felt like you're piecing yourself together with invisible thread, just hoping no one sees the cracks? Breathe in. Hold it for a moment. Notice the ache in your chest, the heaviness in your arms. The quiet around you isn't the calm kind. It's the kind that echoes with questions you wish you knew how to ask out loud. Maybe it's been days, weeks, or even months since you felt whole. Maybe you're tired of pretending to be okay when you're not. You look for signs, for whispers, for any kind of answer, but the silence just stretches on. Each morning, you wonder if anyone else feels this incomplete, this unfinished, like a puzzle with missing pieces no one could find. Maybe you've tried filling the emptiness with distractions, with noise, with endless scrolling just to forget for a moment how alone you feel in the waiting. Maybe you keep hoping that something, anything, will finally make you feel enough. But every night, as you lie awake, the questions return. Why am I still waiting? Why does it feel like nothing changes, no matter how hard I try? You're holding out for a sign, a breakthrough, a voice that tells you you're not forgotten. Yet the quiet lingers. Pause for a moment. Let yourself feel the weight of it all. The longing, the uncertainty, the wish for someone to notice. What if this silence isn't emptiness, but something else? What if, hidden in this quiet, there's a kind of preparation happening, even if you can't see it yet? Have you ever noticed how exhaustion sometimes settles in your bones, and you can't quite name why? Maybe you wake up and the world already feels heavy, even before the day begins. There's a tiredness that no amount of sleep seems to fix. Is it possible that you've been carrying a weight for so long, it simply became part of you? Something you barely notice until the silence grows too loud? How long has it been since you truly felt whole? Since you stopped pretending, even to yourself, that everything is in order? Maybe you wonder if you're the only one who feels this way, trapped in a silent struggle, putting on a brave face while your heart quietly aches. The questions swirl. Why can't I just be enough? Why do I feel so distant, even from the parts of myself I used to know so well? Perhaps there's a quiet guilt nagging at you. The sense that if your faith were stronger, if you tried harder, the struggle would disappear. Maybe you've been taught that doubt is a weakness, or that spiritual fatigue means you're failing. But what if you're not alone in this? What if others, even those who seem steady and unshakable, have felt the same hollow ache, the same emptiness you try so hard to hide? It's possible you've hidden your pain, not just from the world, but from yourself. You keep going because stopping feels like surrender. Yet, sometimes, shame creeps in and whispers that you should be doing better, that you shouldn't feel this lost. The soul grows tired, and you wonder if anyone else knows what it's like to live with a hope that feels almost invisible. Maybe you're asking questions that don't have easy answers. Maybe you're waiting for a sign that never comes, or longing for a moment of clarity that always seems just out of reach. And in this quiet, unresolved space, you realize you're not the only one searching for something more. There are moments when it seems nothing changes, when each day stretches into the next, silent and heavy. Yet, somewhere beneath the surface, quiet things are happening. Like seeds buried in the dark earth, waiting for warmth and water. There's movement I cannot see. Sometimes, when I least expect it, a gentle breeze brushes against my skin, almost as if the air itself is whispering that something is coming. I remember mornings when the night clung to everything, but slowly, almost imperceptibly, the sky began to pale. Light didn't rush in. It arrived softly, coloring the world in careful strokes. There are memories tucked away, moments when comfort came without a clear reason, a sigh that released some hidden weight, a sudden strength to stand up, though I was sure I couldn't. Sometimes I wonder if the silence is not empty, but full. Maybe it is a kind of waiting ground, a quiet place where life grows slowly, hidden from view, like the hush before rain, when the earth holds its breath, or the pause before dawn, when shadows are longest and the first birds begin to sing. Maybe the ache I carry is not just emptiness, but space being made for something new. There are days when I sense a presence in small kindnesses, a lifted gaze, a gentle word, the warmth of sunlight on tired hands. Even if I cannot name it, the feeling is real, a subtle thread pulling me forward, weaving through my uncertainty. Perhaps absence is not abandonment, but preparation. Perhaps the questions are not voids, but vessels being filled in their own time. In these fragile hours, hope does not shout. It lingers in quiet places, in the slow unfurling of what I cannot yet see. And maybe, just maybe, that is enough for now. Maybe this emptiness isn't a void to be escaped, but a waiting room for quiet miracles. Maybe what I called silence was never absence, but a hush, a gentle holding, a space carved for something new to grow. You are not forgotten in the dark. You are being gestated in secret, roots forming beneath the surface where no eye can see. It's possible that what felt like the end is actually a beginning stirring quietly, the way seeds press upward in the hidden earth. There's a name for this quiet ache, this pause heavy with longing. It's not abandonment. It's the silent presence of enough. The in-between, the unseen hours, the slow unfolding. This is the place where hope is woven, thread by invisible thread. Breathing in the stillness, you realize there is movement even when you feel motionless. The darkness is not empty. It is full of waiting, of promise, of presence veiled but unwavering. It's possible that what you thought was distance is actually care in disguise. The softest gestures, an unexpected comfort, a wordless companionship, become proof that you are being held. Even when answers are hidden and the way ahead seems sealed, something within you is being readied. The silence is not a punishment, but a preparation. Inhaling, you sense the subtle shift. Perhaps what you needed most was not immediate relief, but the deep assurance that you are being grown from within. So if you have felt incomplete, if you have wondered whether you're standing still or left behind, know this. You are being formed in secret, cradled by a presence that stays even when unspoken. What you carry now is possibility, not emptiness. And in this quiet, gestational pause, it becomes clear this is the space where enough is being given, even when you cannot name it yet. Maybe right now you're feeling a tiny breath of relief, a hint of peace where emptiness used to echo. Or maybe for the first time in a long while, a single tear managed to escape, and you let it fall without shame. If what you've heard so far resonates with you, even if you can't explain why, that's already faith at work inside you. No one expects you to have all the answers or to feel whole overnight. It's enough that you're here, listening, letting these words settle quietly into your heart. If this message found a home within you, just whisper a silent amen to yourself. Or if your heart needs to say, yes, I'm still here, let that feeling show in whatever gentle way feels right. Remember, you're not the only one. There are others listening quietly, carrying silent burdens, feeling invisible struggles, just like you. This is a community shaped by silent understanding, a place where even a moment of hope is shared, even without words. You're not alone in this waiting. The emptiness you're feeling isn't a sign of failure. It's a space being prepared for something more. Even now, in the quiet, something sacred is drawing near, slow and gentle, ready to meet you right where you are. The next breath may carry a deeper meaning. The next moment might open a new possibility. Stay with this silence. Something holy is closer than you think. Maybe now you can sense it. God was never absent. Even in the quietest nights, when your thoughts felt scattered and your heart heavy, there was a gentle presence holding you, patient and unwavering. Jesus did not come for the ones who always feel. He came for hearts just like yours, worn and tired from the journey, unsure of what comes next. All those moments when words wouldn't form, when prayer felt out of reach, when you wondered if you drifted more, he stayed. Not because you kept trying, not because you did everything right, but simply because his love does not let go. You don't have to prove your worth. Fix yourself before you're welcome. Even on the days when giving up seemed easier, God never once considered giving up on you. There is no hidden standard you need to meet. There is no performance that can make you more seen, more loved, more accepted. In the ordinary hours, he was close, closer than your own breath. Sometimes it's only now, after the struggle, that you notice the tenderness that waited for you all along. Let your heart rest from the weight of expectations, from the fear that you missed your chance or failed at faith. This is not about being perfect. It's about being held. The sacred was never far away. The have always been open, even when yours felt too tired to reach out. Perhaps, without you realizing, he's already whispered these truths to you. Truths that have traveled across centuries just to find you here, now, ready to hear them in a new way. Something holy waits to be revealed, a gentle answer for every silent longing. Maybe you didn't know, but what you're living has always had a name in the scriptures. There's a line that carries every ache of incompleteness, every silent cry for someone to stay when you can't hold yourself together. It sounds like this: "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." That's not just an old promise, whispered centuries ago to someone else. It's a voice that knows the weight of your time and the shape of your longing right now. This isn't a call to be strong or a demand that you rise above your emptiness. It's the gentle truth that even in the moments you feel most unfinished, most unsure, you're not disqualified from love or presence. This word sees you exactly where you are, in the middle of the ache, with nothing to prove. Grace is not waiting for you to get better. It's already enough for your tired heart, already whole when you feel broken, already strong where you have no strength left. That's the gift, never earned, never revoked. Just a steady, unending sufficiency. Even here, even now, maybe today your prayer is simply to remain standing, even if your heart feels heavy and your thoughts are quiet. Sometimes faith is nothing more than a deep breath, a sigh you let out with a small hope tucked inside. There is no need to rush, no need to prove anything. The word planted in you grows quietly in the dark, unfolding roots while you just breathe, while you rest. The way forward might not be outside or ahead, but deep within. This path of faith often looks like staying where you are, letting the silence of your routine become a sacred space. Your tired body, your longing for something more, your moments of ordinary life, these too are holy ground. Today's invitation is not about action or achievement. It's about presence, to remain, to let yourself be held, even if nothing seems to change on the surface. Sometimes faith is as small as blinking back tears or lighting a candle in the dusk, or simply whispering, "I am still here." Sometimes it is just feeling your feet on the floor, your breath anchoring you to this moment, and allowing yourself to hope quietly. Let the gentle truth settle over you. You are not required to be spectacular. The grace that carries you does not demand performance. In the rhythm of your daily life, in the hush between tasks, in the ache of waiting, there, God's love and presence meet you. The journey is already unfolding, right where you are. Even if all you can do is remain, that is enough. Even if your faith feels like a fragile, it is alive. The silence, the stillness, the pauses and unfinished prayers, these are not empty. They are holy. Trust that just by breathing, by staying, you are part of something sacred that is quietly growing within you. Jesus, I don't have the right words. You know every part of me, every silent place that aches, every hidden hope that stirs beneath the surface. Sometimes I am just tired of pretending, tired of trying to measure up, tired of feeling like I need to prove my worth even to you. But I remember now that I don't have to. I can be here exactly as I am, unfinished, uncertain, still learning how to trust. You have seen my doubts, my quiet questions, my days when faith is just the act of staying present, breathing, letting the silence speak for me. Thank you for not turning away when I feel empty, for holding me steady when all I can do is stand in the middle of my own incomplete story. Teach me to trust you even when I can't feel you, to believe that roots are growing in the dark, that something holy is being formed in the quiet. I bring you my tired hands and my slow heart. I bring you my silence, my pauses, my longing for more. I surrender what I cannot fix, what I cannot rush, what I cannot understand. Thank you for loving me here, before the answers, before the healing, before I feel whole. Thank you for not letting go when I almost let go of myself. In the ordinary rhythm of my days, in the hush between words, you are enough for me. Even my fragile faith is enough because you are faithful. Let my life be the ground where your grace gently grows, where hope takes root unseen, where presence is prayer and waiting is worship. I am here, Jesus, as I am, and that is enough. Even when your heart feels empty or your strength is gone, God is still with you. He remains steady and gentle, even when you can't sense Him. Nothing you feel can separate you from this quiet presence. The roots that were planted today in the silence of your heart will grow. Maybe slowly, maybe invisibly, but always in the right time. If all you managed today was to breathe, to stay, to listen for a moment, know that this itself is a prayer. You are not alone, and you never have been. Let this truth settle deep inside you. You belong to a space where you are safe, held, and seen exactly as you are. If this word found a home in your heart, let your amen be a whisper of trust. If you want, you can gently like this message as a silent act of faith. And if someone you know is also waiting in the quiet, perhaps you could share this with them so they too can rest in the promise that no silence is empty when God is near. This is a place you can return to whenever you need to breathe, to rest, or simply to remember that you are loved. The journey does not end here. You're always welcome to walk a little further, to sit quietly, or to reach out in the way that feels right for you. Together, we learn to wait, to hope, and to believe that even in our incomplete, Jesus is enough. If you wish to keep walking with us, know that this space is yours too. For now, may peace settle over you like a gentle blanket. Rest, God is holding you, and that is enough.